In Washington, the widely publicized congressional spying investigation where described by President Truman today as serving no useful purpose and as doing irreparable harm to certain persons. The president told the news conference that the investigations are red herring to divert attention from lack of congressional action on his anti-inflation program. He authorized reporters to quote his red herring comment that they issued a formal statement saying no information had been revealed. There's no longer since it has been presented to the federal grand jury. A federal grand jury in New York has heard most of it all, not all. The story is being told in Senate and House investigation committees. In Washington, House Subcommittee Chairman charged today that the continuing shipment of atomic bomb material to Russia in 1943 after Soviet agents put tremendous pressure on the government. Chairman John McDowell, Republican President of an American Activities Subcommittee, and said shipments of uranium and heavy water, both final atomic pilot agreements, were flown to Russia secretly but from a U.S. airfield. McDowell made the charges as investigations allege communist spying brought into the developments in the White House and elsewhere. A suitcase lost by a honeymoon in Revere couple in Missouri en route to California and variously reported retaining about $300 or $300,000 in cash was provided by a mystery for Missouri State Highway Patrol officers today. Mrs. Mary Taylor Payson Street in Revere called the Missouri Patrol headquarters at St. Joseph, Missouri from Hamilton, Missouri liquor store last night and said, "I just lost $300,000 on U.S. Highway 30 between Springfield and Hamilton." But in Revere, her mother, Mrs. Charles Taylor, mother-in-law, said the younger Miss Taylor was probably excited that the amount was $300. "I'm quite sure my daughter-in-law didn't lose anywhere near $300,000, she asserted. She might suddenly had about $300 to $300,000 with them when they left here. They just don't have that kind of money." The younger Mrs. Taylor, who was an informant, Mrs. Mary Riley, told the Missouri officers that the money was in $10 and $29 bills. They promised so they wouldn't. In Washington, the House voted overwhelmingly approval today of a mild Republican substitute for President Truman's anti-inflation program. The bill would reduce wartime controls and installment buying and tighten up a little on bank credit, increasing the required gold reserves beyond U.S. currency. The bill now goes to the Senate. The House passed it 24 to 9-7 in its first legislation of any consequence passed by either House or the special session which GOP leaders are driving. 2 or 3 more arrests possible to make key persons available to testify before the grand jury. Monday or Tuesday may be made today, tomorrow, to state investigators prepare to ask about 15 to 20 indictments on a Revere Corporation inquiry. The rest were contemplated in possible late-minute move in connection with appropriation of bosses in which the state of 40s hoped to show the records were protected in a North Shore city. Meanwhile, the telephone company under fire from Assistant Senator George Pingle was blind. Revere bookie establishments with several private telephone lines at a time when they have survivors. The Boston Board of Elections Commissioners today voted unanimously to buy 500 shop voting machines at $15 each and defended transferred at the second lowest bidder for voting machines. The commission read to reporters a letter from Dean of Engineering Thomas K. Shore, text saying the shop machine was preferable to the less expensive machine because it appeared less likely to confuse the voters and also appeared to make counting easier. The sum to be spent with $698,000, a total of about $300,000 already was been spent on its stopping machine by the city. District Attorney Charles F. Fairhurst of Greenfield was appointed but judge of the Superior Court by Governor Bradford today to fill the vacancy caused by the death of Judge David F. Dillon. Hamburg, a middle-aged German woman, thin and wearing burlap fur shoes, said today that she and other women slave workers in Siberian coal mines were forced to parade flank once a month before Russian officers and lives on suit propaganda and bread for the 3 years. In Washington, the President Truman today was granted his first request from the special session approved by a $45 million establishment of a permanent loan to the United Nations for establishment of a permanent house in New York City. In Wells, Maine, a U.S. Air Force F-51 Force fighter plane crashed into a thicket here today, and Sanford police reported that the pilot was killed. The operations officer at the airport here at Bangor said that the craft was based at Gregory Field in Manchester, New Hampshire. The officer said it probably carried only one man. Traffic was stalled for an hour just before noonday when an MTA trailer bus whipped down the overhead rise at a bottleneck bridge at Broadway and Main Streets in Everett. Light telephone and trailer wires were torn down as vehicles tripod swung from its track. Anchorage, 2 world circling B-29 super fortresses landed safely here today after a flight from Tokyo across the North Pacific Ocean. The Boston Board of Election Commission said today that the registration for voters in the state primaries will be on Friday, August 13th at 10 p.m. Registration may be made at 22 places, 1 in each ward, and at City Hall Annex from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Registration for the November election will be held from September 30th to October 1st. Waterbury, Connecticut. 2 hours after the mother gave birth to a girl, 2-year-old John Russell Nagelsek was killed today when the police said he ran into the Pavilion, but he died en route to the hospital. In Washington, the Post Office Department is considering changing the name of the Uptown Rhode Island Post Office to work and discontinuing offices at Buttonwoods, Convenient, Oakland Beach, Pontiac, Shaw's, Hillgrove, Huxley, Longmeadow, and the Warwick Neck. The names of the members of the local draft boards of Massachusetts will be administered. A new draft law will be announced tomorrow. Colonel Chester A. Furbish, State Selective Service Director, said today, and finally determined and run and swept Friday freight car loaded with exclusion and a sighting outside the exclusion company Spice Street in Charlestown this afternoon. Loss was estimated at $700. In sports news, the Red Sox only half game out of first place, although in fourth position in the hottest pennant race in the annals of the American League. Face the 7th place Browns in the final of the 3-game series this afternoon as they defeat the St. Louis Browns 8-7 tonight. The Boston Braves will be at Braves Field tonight, taking on Cincinnati Reds. Once Bond will be pitching. Offer wins a fine Jamaican Eagle won the Olympic 400-meter dash championship today with American trained Herb McKinley at side of the Jamaica Silicon only Ohio State's Mal Winfield third. Cleveland manager Lou Boudreau of the Cleveland Indians injured his right shoulder today in a collision with left fielder Gil Kuhn of Washington at second base. The extended injury was not determined immediately, but the last of the 7th, Johnny Boudreau and Johnny Bedino batted for Boudreau, and in this next inning replaced Lilly at shortstop. Trainer lefty Workman put in Paxton Boudreau's shoulder, and Dr. Ed Castillo's club position examining injury announced X-rays would be taken. And in other scores, it was Brooklyn Dodgers 6, Chicago Cubs 4. Philadelphia playing the Chicago White Sox 3-0. It was New York Yankees over the Detroit Tigers 2-1, and Cleveland Indians blanking Washington 3-0 here. And Boston weather here, considerable cloudiness this afternoon and evening. A few sprinkles rain likely late this afternoon and evening. Temperatures in the 70s this afternoon, low tonight 64. And Friday clearing with pleasant temperatures and moderate northwest winds. General of the night. Boston temperature 7:30 p.m. 67 degrees clear skies. And that's going to be it for the Shawmut Bank Nightly News Sale on this August 5th, 1940. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Alongside Art McDonald. Good night.